for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. Today is currently September 6th, 2025. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone doesn't see potential within you. Someone that know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. They wanted you to get disturbed, not to overcome what you've been through. But faith is different when you understand the vocabulary going within an even exchange. You ain't have to pray the same as the average person. But you was far from pretending when you went within. To understand that your worth is different when it comes to unconditional love, pouring into yourself another day. They would never understand how you truly woke. You know, when it come to different folks' stroke, I don't mean no disrespect at the end of the day, but folks send you the evil lie right to left. They was even projecting the hate train towards you. Getting discouraged wasn't part of your lingo at the end of the day. God's reflection, the energy is different when it comes to your confidence, how you stepped out on faith that day. Thanking God every single day when it comes to balance. I understand that, hold on one second, you were still emotionally available. Who would let you allow you to heal that trauma and pain? Still being patient with time, and they would never understand elevation is different. That, hold on one second, you wasn't trying to outdo the next person. You knew how to root folks on when they couldn't see to understand their own unconditional love going within. They put you in competition when you was never competing. But hold on one second, you value your worth and get discouraged at the end of the day because someone didn't see your value when it comes to showing up for yourself. The better days ahead. And you may have to go take for tack with somebody when they would send you the evil lala and projecting spoke in a toxic way. Always be yourself with no misintentions. To the genuine ones, no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. And I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you, overlooked you, didn't know how to love you, protect you, or respect you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child because someone has insecurity problems. Should lose a child because someone has jealousy, envy, and hate, or someone has to gather a hate train to go up against a person who actually had potential. They was being authentic that bothered someone's mental health. Someone didn't know how to carry their own weight when it comes to self-control, when it happened to your discipline. Talking about you was keeping the real. Someone wasn't trying to, shortchange you when it came to revenge because they understood maturity has different going within. This type of stuff actually happens when folks try to dim your light, but God didn't discourage you. We don't pray the same, but I never hate in my vein. They don't have to pretend to be you authentic. Never trick on me. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Being authentic is not a crime. I don't worship the devil, and I say that respectfully. Our vocabulary is the same. I don't play with sport. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Yeah, I'ma make certain folks feel uncomfortable being their own skin, but hold on one second. Authenticity always loud, but then he fall from a copycat, let alone a hater. No, haven't checked on me. Always be yourself. No support but God's love. No support but God's love. No support but God's love. We not the same, neighbor. I'm far from a hater. No support but God's love. No support but God's love. No support but God's love. We not the same, neighbor. I'm far from a hater. That is just different. Why would I want to fumble when you didn't see my potential? Only to realize the grass was truly green on the other side. You know that energy is different. With the right folks truly for you, even when you're lost in your words, that gravity is different when you understood that receiver that day. Pain and trauma, it wasn't competition. Going within, understanding your motivation is different. I knew how to respect my neighbor when they had to pretend to be something they truly wasn't. Hold on one second, being authentic. You know, when you held trauma and pain, folks would try to dim your light, but God wasn't trying to discourage you when it came to rainy days. I understood that storm at the end of the day. I had folks throwing spoke in a toxic way to make me feel uncomfortable with my own skin. You know, they wanted me to be in the mindset of being insecure. They was throwing beauty magic right to left, but God was really showing me direction when it came to order in my life. Don't lose yourself. I got your back. You didn't have to pretend to be authentic when God was really healing you that day. Show you why you overcame that testimony, even when folks in the background sending you the evil lie. Hold on one second. Our time was different. Being high vibrational would truly bother someone's mental health. They pick and choose who could talk about God, spirituality. You put a name in your book at the end of the day when you truly woke. That energy is different. I wasn't ever in competition with my neighbor. Never understood at the end of the day. Damn. Why would you try to kick somebody down and trying to find balance to understand their growth? It be the train of thought from when you truly woke. You know, it be folks with like reverse psychology, mind games, didn't matter, they tags, but at the end of the day, I wasn't running from my pain, let alone my past. Hold on one second, you put me in competition when I was never competing. How this type of stuff actually happens when it came to gang stalking. That remedy is different when it comes to certain folks' household until you actually live it. You will never understand what an innocent person had to go through. You know, someone poisoned that innocent person all because they believed in their faith. Because God didn't make a mistake when God revealed the devil on the enemy. That hold on one second, I'm going to restore you for all the right reasons right in front of your enemies. That energy is different. You got a calling on your life. How folks will try to do you wrong only because of the fact that you was far from pretending, being authentic. Your biggest cheerleader at the end of the day. They said that you matter, you're not worthy. They said that you don't matter, you're not worthy. They choked up in their own words, only realized the hold on one second. They forgot to weather their own storm to realize they was truly worthy. This type of stuff actually happens when you didn't have to pretend. Putting that footwork in, the energy is different when it comes to healing trauma and pain. Childhood trauma is real when it goes into your adulthood. They would never understand how you stood up for yourself. When everybody overlooked you, they was laughing at your overcomings. But hold on one second, you can get lost in that chapter. I'm only starting with me at the end of the day, because I was willing to choose me when you overlooked me.
No, I have to check on you. Always be yourself with no molesters. I'm not here to respect my counsel anybody else. Okay.
Today is currently August 6, 2025.
Yo, thought process. No infiltrate on me, goddamn. You know my content not right now. Okay. No infiltrate on me. You know, you ever been minding your business within minding your business? I never understood this bullshit at the end of the day. A motherfucker be like, I'm at peace with myself and I ain't wearing a mask. No, infiltrate on me. How the fuck you in a whole relationship at the end of the day? Someone fucking you down on you nibbling on your titty, your right side of your butt cheek and all types of shit, trying to love you properly and shit, and bitch, you still miserable? No, Train told me I never understood this. You delusional bitch. Train told me how chicks and dudes operate this. You mean to tell me that someone just dicked you down, fucked you down real good, and you still trying to bother the next person? Bitch, you're mentally disturbed. You need a straight body jack, you weird bitch. No, for real, I never understood this, because the normal person would think of the day, I'm being loved properly. No, for real, a motherfucker will be loved properly, and bitch, we not worried about what the fuck you got going on your side of the grass. Have the trait over me. How true love can truly last. A motherfucker will wear a mask, right? And be like, yeah, I'm in love. No, only to find out that dumbass, you know, this is the type of shit that they do in their household or whatever case may be. They gotta keep the next person down to come to self-control because they didn't have them. No, I haven't checked on me. That habit is the norm. No, it's not, bitch. It's you doing yourself wrong. No, for real, how the fuck is you trying to disturb the next person piece in the day? All because the comprehension of your lack of self-control when it comes to, bitch, you got self-esteem problems. You got jealousy and envy and hate with you, bitch. First of all, I thought that motherfucker would have been putting it down. You wouldn't have to worry about the next person's problems. No other trait on me. Elevation. How this type of shit really be happening at the end of the day? I never understood this bullshit shit. A motherfucker would create a hate train, send you the evil lie, and throw sport at you because, hold on one second, I know how to be transparent on my rainy day. It bothers your mental because I understood, hold on one second, being woke. I ain't had to play the reverse psychology mind games with you. Tick for tack, fuck you, you neighbor. At the end of the day, then matter your tags back with your bad habits. I don't worship the devil. I ain't had to project pain, but I understood elevation is different. Hold on one second. You know, when I got lost in my word, you said I wasn't worthy. You said I'm stupid, slow, and retarded. But hold on one second, I was just moving comfortably in my own skin. You had to throw spoken and toxically, put that shit at my door. But God truly showed me my reality. God revealed the devil on the enemy. Hold on one second, that confidence is different. I still got folks still potting on me. And I don't even gotta know them at the end of the day. It be the train of thought from when you say, thank you, no, thank you. Hold on one second, they take it as disrespect. But you was far from thinking you was better than somebody. How this type of stuff actually happens. How when you love yourself, how folks try to dim your light regardless who fucking them right. At the end of the day, like your next door neighbor in different tax bracket, gang stalking, telling you every move like a bad habit when you have to get physical. It be the trend of thought from when you actually woke. They want you to be in a monster, being mentally unstable, low vibration. But hold on one second, that frequency hits different when folks try to dim your light. They hack your devices, gang stalk you, shadow ban you, mistreat you, to do you wrong. They said nobody's going to hear your voice because fuck you at the end of it, you dead ass wrong. Speaking up for yourself at the end of the day. How chicks and dudes would try to dim your light all because you wasn't trying to get discouraged. Because hold on one second, that didn't live within you. Living in fear, we ain't got the same blood type, but I still know I respect my neighbor. Hold on one second, you wasn't for me. I ain't had to send spell work, going take for tag, which at the end of the day, I understood the confidence that bothers your mental at the end of the day. How this type of stuff actually happens.
I'm Nige and I'm respected. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me 7/31, 2025. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. I may not be attracted to the average person, but when the right person walks into my life at the end of the day, it won't be malicious intentions, let alone lust. It will be real love. Something that you couldn't do at the end of the day, love. Let's keep it real. No ever trick on me. A motherfucker will play you close and project lust on you and shit or whatever case may be, and make you seem like you the fucking problem. No ever trick off me. You was far from difficult. You knew how to two-step with somebody at the end, they not to get physical. Didn't have to have a hand problem, do someone wrong. The energy is different. You had to discourage somebody besides motivate them. You was far from trying to be their mother and their pops. Knew how to treat somebody right the first time around. Didn't have to make love to them at the end of the day, but goddamn, they just wanted to kick you down. They wanted to balance that frown while God was making you smile. They swore up and down you thought you was better than somebody, but God didn't be confusing your life another day when God said that door was closed for all the right reasons when they try to mistreat you, because true love is not supposed to hurt. Hold on one second, the unconditional love hits different when you understand why you woke. You know, when God reveals his devil on the enemy, allowing you to let go what wasn't serving at the end of the day, because someone to shortchange your mental, rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, they were still spoiled in a toxic way. How could you love somebody at the end of the day that you said that you love so much? And then try to kick them down all because you're trying to seek revenge because someone walked out your life at the end of the day, all because you had malicious intentions to do them wrong. How this type of stuff actually happens. I wasn't trying to get physical, all because I know how to pray to go within.
Never trick on me. Only be yourself with no malicious intentions.
You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. It's not. I never understood this either. Nah, for real, I really never understood this. How you catch feelings, but then your swag is reverse psychology, mind games, talking about you keeping it real, but trying to mislead somebody with pain. It be the train of thought for me with your mind manipulation. Hold on one second, was one-sided. How you could pour into somebody at the end of the day. They try to paint them out to be the villain when they wasn't trying to catch a case. How may not make sense to the average person. Imagine someone loving you the right way the first time around, something that you're not used to. Someone maintaining your smile. Someone didn't have to get physical, let them kick you down, but you wanted to have your cake and eat it too. Someone didn't have to disrespect you to treat you right. The energy is different. Confidence, what happened to it? Until someone actually walks out your life. Now you want to spin the block, but it's too late. The love of your life that you said at the end of the day that you did dead ass wrong, only because it was your own mistake.
No, ever trick on me. I never understood this bullshit shit.
You diss somebody, disrespect them, create a hate train, took one that was your motivation that day, energy harvesting of the next person's potential. Only because the whole in 1 second you forgot to regroup the goal within because someone actually knew how to heal. Something that you didn't know how to do was keep it real. All you wanted to do was project pain. Someone understood that hold on 1 second, that motivation is different, overcoming the pain. You know, because they wasn't trying to lose themselves. Another chapter. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and I say that respectfully. Far from mentally unstable. Always be yourself with no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, gang stalking is real. Folks will hack your devices, your accounts. Got your next door neighbor different tax brackets, telling you every move. They will hack your devices, your emails, your accounts, clone your phones, and paint you out to be something you're truly not, and have conversations with individuals portraying themselves to be you. And then they paint you out to be mentally unstable. Like, people pick and choose who could talk about God. People pick and choose who could talk about violence, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, narcotics. It'd be the train of thought for me. When you're not trying to hurt anybody or yourself, or because you love yourself at the end of the day. Never get discouraged when someone tries to project fear and you say that your voice doesn't matter. And I say that respectfully regardless of your tax bracket. And especially when you ever have malicious intentions. You know, God was never for sale. Likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. I don't mean no disrespect, but my content is not for everyone. It's not. And loving yourself is not a crime. How, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, never allow someone to discourage you regardless to how much money they got or not, or what type of status they have, or whatever the case may be. Because you'd be so surprised what someone with money would do just to try to dim your light and to try to discourage you, or try to humiliate you and dig up your past and try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, or because they don't want you to understand confidence. They want you to be emotionally unavailable to yourself, to love yourself, how they would project spoke on you, how they would pay this practitioner, that terrorist, that karmic, or your next door neighbor to keep up with every move that you got going on, and when you didn't have to get physical. You know, being authentic nowadays, it seems like it's a crime, but it's not. And especially when you're not trying to hurt nobody. I'm far from a copycat, and I say that respectfully. And one thing I don't do is run from he say, she say, let alone my past. And I say that respectfully. I could repeat any he say, she say that I said that day, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me. You know, when God reveals the devil alone, the enemy, the energy is different. It was never for likes and views and cloud chasing or fame. I do not energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I do not project spoke towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one, regardless to who cloned my device, regardless to who hacked my devices, or regardless to who had that hate group when it came to me, or when it came to that one-sided ass contract that I was never part of at the end of the day. I never gave nobody permission to use my personal information to make money off of me, or to collect access off of me at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. I'm not a genuine respect, and I would never hurt myself. It's funny how they laugh at your pain and your trauma, but you didn't have to get physical at the end. All you had to do was pray to go within. Even when they try to have your back against the wall, they would send you the evil lie when it came to spell work at your door. But hold on 1 second, you didn't fall. They wanted you to fall off track at the end of the day. They wanted to paint you out to be the crash out, but truly God was really maintaining your health when it comes to unconditional love started within. They said beauty starts within. That was God's mission at the end of the day. Because you was far from pretending being authentic. Original, hold on 1 second. Your blueprint always lied within you. It wasn't on you, it was in you. The unconditional love is different. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everybody. Like, someone will have their notifications on or whatever the case may be, just to send you the evil lie or project spoke towards you. And paint you out to be mentally unstable, whatever the case may be, when they hack your devices. You know, I had men and women threaten in my life that they would bring harm towards me, or they would try to ruin my reputation, or would try to ruin my features of my face, or even poison my food or my drinks, or whatever the case may be. I would never hurt myself. There's people still plotting on my life right now. I would never hurt myself. I walk these streets alone. I do not live in fear. Regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me, to the individual that's behind the scenes and trying to control the narrative, that hacked my devices and multiple of my devices, and that hacked my emails, or that hacked my accounts, or whatever else you did in the background, or forged my signature to try to gain access over me at the end of the day. I never signed up for your one-sided ass contract, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of who believes me or not, I would never hurt myself. You got me shadow banned or whatever the case may be. I would never hurt myself. You know, gang stalking is real to your household. How you would have your next door neighbor in different tax brackets, you know, telling your every move, pulling cards on you, you know, or whatever the case may be, pulling cards on you, trying to energy harvest off your energy, trying to control the narrative of your life. How this type of stuff actually happens. No mother or father or loved one should have to lose a child because someone lacks self-control, someone lacks self-discipline. And I say that respectfully, because someone's a hate or have jealousy and envy within them. It doesn't matter how old your child is. Nobody, child or loved one, should have to go through that. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, or have a hate group going against that person, and they didn't have to do anything besides be their authentic self. My content is not for everyone. I didn't sign up to be gang stalked. I didn't sign up for someone to take notations as to what I got going on in my life every single day, and for someone to tell the next person, regardless to their tax bracket or what department they work in, or because someone decided to say, you know what, this is their norm at the end of the day. This is what they do to people. They gang stalk people, regardless to what tax bracket or what next door neighbor it is. And I say that respectfully. I'm not your genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless to who's trying to project a hate crime towards me, or who's putting spoke in front of my door, regardless to what door I go to at the end of the day. I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household. You're not doing it for likes and views, of clout chasing, or fame. I'm being threatened by men and women. You know, no real man will threaten a female's life, and especially when she has to do nothing to him. No real woman at the end of the day will have the mindset of having jealousy and hate and envy towards another female at the end of the day, and especially when she didn't have to do nothing to that person or that man. regardless to their tax bracket, regardless to where they at in their healing journey, or regardless to where they at in their spirituality. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. They wasn't hurting themselves or others around them. You know, it doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. My content is not for everybody. I would never hurt myself when I say that respectfully. Today is currently September 6, 2025. I don't live in fear, and I would never hurt myself when I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones, women's intentions, I also hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, and I say that respectfully.
Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community.
Always be yourself, women's intentions. I'm Naya. Genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. Never get, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, never get discouraged when someone threatens your life and say that nobody's going to hear your voice. When you're a child of God, you don't live in fear. And you're not a jealous and envious. You don't have that jealousy or hate or envy mindset. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, regardless to what obstacles you overcame, what obstacles you still going through today. We all don't have the same mindset. I say that respectfully. And it's innocent people out here that don't project sport on their neighbor. It's innocent people that don't have to create a hate train or be part of that email or be part of that text message that day when it comes to bullying somebody at the end of the day. It's disgusting to see that someone can have more than you and still have the mindset of having jealousy and hate and envy within you, try to outdo you better than you. But when you're a child of God, respect is a two-way street. I know how to respect my neighbor when I hurt myself or my neighbor, and I say that respectfully. We're not the same. I don't run from my past, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no intentions. When it comes to my creativity, regardless of trying to blackmail me, any next door neighbor, and I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I always have since day one. And I say that respectfully, how someone will watch you within watch you months at a time, clone your accounts or control the narrative as to trying to take credit for God's work that God endured within you. How this type of stuff actually happens. And no, you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself. And you are worthy and you do matter. Because when God gives you a gift, I think they can't nobody take that gift away from you. Regardless to what person and what tax bracket is sending you spell work or trying to send confusion in your life or trying to make you feel like you're not worthy of loving yourself. Because you matter, you're worthy. Yeah, they gave up on you, overlooked you, they know how to love you, protect you, or respect you, but you are worthy of the right people respecting you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter and you are worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. Regardless to what man is threatening my life behind a fake account, or what man is trying to approach me, or what woman is trying to approach me that's behind the scenes of my emails and hacking my emails and my accounts and my devices or clone my device, whatever the case may be. I do not live in fear regardless to what tax bracket you are in. And to say that respectfully, you know, someone would sit there and watch you months and weeks at a time and gang stalk you with different folks to pay people at the end of the day. And see that you have potential, but they say that you don't have potential, but would never put respect on your name. They rather humiliate you, disrespect you, try to take your creativity or whatever the case may be. When God restores you every season, every minute on the clock, they will never understand elevation. It's different. I don't worship the devil regardless to who shows me respect or not. I respect myself enough to love me, to pour into me. I choose me. You know, folks will try to paint you out to be mentally unstable because you speak up for yourself. Folks take your kindness or weakness and then say that you're wrong for speaking up for yourself. Until it's their household, until it's their loved ones, until it's someone that they care about in the day, or until it's their situation. You don't have to do anything to somebody for them to have jealousy, hate, or envy, or insecurities within them, for them to have a mindset of trying to kick you down, or trying to have the mindset of trying to control the narrative within the day. Or because of the fact that you didn't have to do anything to them. And they didn't want you to control the narrative. Speaking up for yourself when your voice still mattered. And you didn't have to hurt nobody or anybody around you, or yourself or them. And especially when you never had malicious intentions, but they try to paint you out to be the villain. Your voice matters. My content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me 7/31/2025. I would never hurt myself from point A to Z, regardless to when I walk out my household or when I leave out this destination, that destination, this destination, that destination. I would never hurt myself or others around me, and I say that respectfully. You know, you watch me within watch me, sending me the evil lie. You know, there's so many other content creators that you can watch. There's so many television networks that you could be entertained by. But instead of sending sport towards me or trying to put it at my doorstep or trying to ruin my reputation or try to embarrass me at the end of the day, because I would never be embarrassed for choosing me. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, misunderstanding. We don't pray the same, but I never had hate in my vein. And I'm far from a hater. And I'm far from a copycat. When God sends the right people into your life, regardless to their tax bracket, regardless to they came from poverty and pain or not, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. They ain't sending you the evil lie. They're not energy harvesting off your energy. They're not projecting sport towards you. They're not trying to kick you down when you're trying to find encouragement. They're not trying to discourage you when you're trying to find your motivation. They're actually showing you genuine authenticity, respect. Even when they're going through trials and tribulations in their life, they still know how to respect you with no malicious intentions. They know how to walk away and be an adult to act their body weight, not their shoe size. They know how to hold that conversation regardless of how old they are, to know if you're not for me, I know how to walk away with my head held high up or whatever the case may be. But I ain't got to create a hate train or project energy, negative energy towards you. We are all not the same. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. You know, when the right people walk into your life that God sent into your life, you know, we all don't pray the same. I worship the good God with no malicious intentions. You know, when the real ones walk into your life, it's not I'll do you better than your trauma. It's not I'll do you put you in competition of you becoming your best self vision of yourself. They don't got hate in their vein. That motivation is different. We ain't the same. You know, we ain't running from our past. We understood growth when it comes to, hold on one second, I was far from acting. Understanding being emotionally available, what bothers someone's mental health. But I understood what I overcame that at the end of the day wasn't for likes and views, a cloud chasing or fame. I was truly speaking to the folks that was truly for me. Understand that the grass, hold on one second, the garden that we actually allowed ourselves to pour into. Allowing ourselves to build to realize the, hold on one second, the comfort zone is different. You know, because when God brings you peace, that mental health is different. Healing, trauma, and pain will truly be uncomfortable with understanding your reality. God brought you balance, acknowledge your worth. Be mindful and wise with hurting yourself with your own words. When God's truly showing you guidance when it comes to being emotionally available, not to lose yourself another day. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. You know, gang stalking is real to your household. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not trying to blackmail you against you. They're not trying to bring harm towards you, good day, bad day, or misunderstand day, regardless to what community that you're in. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless to who hacks my devices, my accounts, or trying to take credit for what God allowed me to express to the right community that's truly for me. And I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I know how to put respect on my neighbor's name. I know how to give flowers to my neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I don't got to send my neighbor the evil lie. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. I love to talk about love.
No, Jacob, I'm gonna hurry up. Hold on one second.
Today is currently September 6, 2025. Always be yourself with intentions. I'm not to respect. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one that's truly for you. You know, having access to someone's key, you know, that was part of their heart. It wasn't competition, let alone lust. Who would have knew that true love wasn't competition? Wow, I almost got lost in my words. You know that conversation that you had with that person that day, only to be lost at the home on one second, someone truly blew you away but gave you butterflies at the same time because they didn't have to lie to gaslight you, not trying to get in your shoes, hold on one second. They wasn't trying to get in your drawers to disrespect you. Someone emotionally available who would have knew that true love was comfortable, allowing you to feel while you was in your skin that day. Someone wasn't trying to project insecurities on you. Someone saw you have to overlook you. Someone wasn't wearing a mask to mislead you with pain. Someone truly showed you why gravity is different. You was truly the blessing to yourself, how God truly makes miracles, allowing you to heal trauma and pain. You know, when your past fumbled you that day, they didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. They had a hand problem, do you wrong. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Someone was cheating, playing mind manipulation games. They didn't know their vocabulary at the end of the day, what they lost that day. Hold on, so they still trying to pick up their face. But God closed the door for all the right reasons, allowing you to see someone could truly fulfill those shoes when it came to your future, and someone not to misuse you. You know, someone didn't have to pretend to play God at the end of the day. Someone truly shows that you was truly a miracle. Hold on one second. You actually knew how to hold that weight, and I don't mean narcotics. Someone bringing peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, that just because moments hits different. Someone truly showed you it was okay to be authentic, being yourself at the end of the day. Someone didn't have to switch up because they was far from pretending, loving you right the first time around. How the devil tried to stop you, but God was truly showing you motivation that it wasn't an excuse. God was truly showing you balance when it came to self-control, that someone truly had discipline to love you the right way. Someone protecting your heart, let alone your mental health. Someone loving you right the first time around, and it wasn't a lie because they wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too. Who would have knew? The apologize at the end of the day wasn't part of your vocabulary because someone truly had good intentions to love you right the first time around. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic, and it's not a crime to be original. You know, I say this respectfully. Being yourself is not a crime. It will bother certain folks' mental health because they have their own identity crisis. But that does not stop you from being yourself because it's in you, not on you. You don't have to watch somebody to be somebody you're truly not. Because when you're authentic, it starts within. That motivation, that strength is different when you believed in your faith. It wasn't a guilty conscience at the end of the day when it came to motivation, because God was showing you balance when it came to hold on one second, understand unconditional love started within. That growth is different. You wasn't trying to lose yourself. That testimony is different because you believed something they come relate to. That was confidence. Loving yourself, to better yourself. They were sending you the evil lie, but God didn't tell a lie when God was showing you miracles. Hold on one second, overcoming pain, still being patient with time and day. And your heavenly mother, Father God, remove their hands off that will that day. You know, we don't pray the same, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me 7/31/2005. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless of who has me shadow banned, who clone my devices, who hack my accounts or emails, or is monitoring my phone calls, or that hack my devices and trying to pay me out to be somebody that I'm truly not, or who's trying to control the narrative behind certain conversations, whatever the case may be, when it comes to my accounts and my devices, whatever the case may be. I would never hurt myself, regardless of where I'm going from point A to Z, or my neighbor, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no one's intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime, and never get discouraged because someone says that your voice does not matter, and especially when you never have malicious intentions because someone decided they want to take your kindness or weakness because of the fact that they felt that you was by yourself, or you was a nobody, or you a lame, you stupid, slow, or retarded. You know, it doesn't matter about someone's tax bracket at the end of the day, because when right people walk into your life, they respect you with no misintentions. My content is not everybody, and I say it respectfully. I'm far from a hater.
No, it's just always be yourself, but no molesters. Don't tell me you like neighbor. I'm far from a hater. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community.
Always be yourself, no intentions. He said that you wasn't worthy, you didn't have potential. But when God says right people into your life, trust and believe you will never be the issue. And especially when God malicious intentions, that motivation is different. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man or woman is threatening my life right now. And I say that respectfully. I do not live in fear. We don't got the same blood type, but I know how to respect my name, but didn't have to pretend regardless to the black male you had to do that day. Using my voice with your reverse psychology, mind games. Hold on one second. You try to make me feel like I wasn't worthy of choosing myself, but you said my voice didn't matter. How to say but stuff happens. How when you're trying to get your life together, someone will try to blackmail you against you. Or someone doesn't want you to elevate, so they have so much excuses why they have to create a hate train. Or you spoke up for yourself because someone had ill intentions. They took your kindness so we can try to destroy you at the end of the day. But you never had a guilty conscience when you went to bed at night. You wasn't trying to lose yourself when you put it in God's hands. I'm now your genuine respect regardless to what man is threatening my life, that's behind fake accounts or that's hacking my devices or my accounts. I would never hurt myself. I walk these streets alone. I do not live in fear. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and today is currently September 6, 2005. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully.
Peace and respect, your neighbors, otherwise you anywhere on them, you're not gonna go, never on them, you're like, hey, gotta go.
Always be yourself, no misintentions. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say that respectfully. Regardless to what grown-ass man is threatening my life, regardless to what grown-ass woman is threatening my life at the end of the day, or regardless to what neighbor is plotting against me at the end of the day, I put it in God's hands. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, but since then, when it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. And I say that respectfully. We all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. I know how to give respect when it's due. I'm nice on respect. We ain't the same, neighbor. Stay in your lane.
Infiltrate don't be over yourself with no molestation. I gotta go.